Wow, welcome back to Smooth Encounters. This week we are working on the middy. So I'm over having the old locker out of the ute sit on a shelf, and haven't even taken this thing wheeling yet, but I know it's got an open center in the front, so let's swap that. Also, if you're going to Clex on the 7th of October, come find us. We'll have Pam 60 there and hoping to have some merch there. So if you can find us, or if you're coming there, come find us, come get yourself some merch. We'll definitely have stickers, hoping to have some t-shirts there. Not going to have a lot, but hoping to have some stuff there. So come find us at Clex and come say good day, get yourself some merch for the first time. Yeah. There we go. It's one side apart. Now, you really shouldn't pull them apart like that. It's a quick way to strip it down, is just pull the swivel hub off. It doesn't damage any of your bearings or anything. It just saves you having to re-torque the bolts and the spindle and all that, and it's a quicker way to get in there. CV is aftermarket, going by those patterns, covered in oil and grease, which is mint. So now onto the other side. And with that side off, as you've seen, it only takes you about 5 minutes to get that off, from start to finish, from like let you untake your circlip out. This side has a lot of oil on it, so I will be replacing this side. I'll replace both inner axle seals. This side will get new wipers things. Fairly sure I have part of a swivel hub kit here somewhere. I've just got to find it because I got shit stacked everywhere. Seats for Pam's car, plenty of rear seats. If you don't know, like, I've pulled cars apart for the last 10 years, so I've got a bit of stuff stacked everywhere. And when we moved, I put it all in the two truck bodies. So like we've got spare stuff from when the ute was built, sound deadening, which I'll put in this. Like I've got a DC charger I was meant to put in the trailer, but can't be bothered. I've got spare diffs for years, spare rear housing for Pam's cruiser. I've got a bit of everything in here, and a spare bonnet. One of them is for Pam's car, and one is a spare. I've just got everything. Right, so I've spent the last 20 minutes, half hour scratching at this with a razor, not a razor, yeah, razor blade, trying to get the gasket surface clean. Pretty sure it's clean enough. Now I just hit the edge with a wax and grease remover, voila, and a fresh cloth, and get the last of that oil out of the center in the drain bucket. The fill screw is already loose as usual, as normal. You undo your fill plug before you undo your sump plug, because if you can't get your fill plug out, well, there's no point emptying your oil, is there? So you always crack your fill plug, then your drain plug. That diff also had been rebuilt, being that open center, and a little bit of shiny on the gas, on the magnet, but not a lot. Then we'll get that bugger stuck in here. Yeah. And now we put it back together. So clean that. So we put it back together now. CV's behind me to go back in. Yay, driver's side back together. Actually, just got on the rhythm and forgot to film that side. Yeah. So just putting it back together slowly. It's not too bad, but yeah, wiring's gonna be fun. We're on the wiring up in the Oh, day 2. Middy's back up the top. I was working on it yesterday, but I didn't pick up the camera because I was only working on it for about an hour. Just putting new speakers in it, but the whole entire, most of the dashboard's out. Have to take the whole cluster out. You have to take the whole cluster out to get to that bugger. And then you have to take the glove box out to get to the bugger over there, because we're actually going to change the stereo as well because it don't work. And I've got a different dash top with a module on the top, so that way I can get this that I've got to go on top. So I'll probably piss off the rear fuel depending on how it works, because, well, that's the secondary tank. But hopefully that will fit up the top. I might actually see if it'll work on this, being there's cables. It might work, it might not. So otherwise I'm just gonna rebuild the face of this and put gauge, switch in it, so that will sit there. Got a whole new top to go on it, which I painted black because it was brown. But let's get stuck on in. Yeah, how's that? Alright, stereo's in, locker switches in, working. Also moved the auxiliary tank gauge, and it decided to stop working on me. Did the same thing yesterday. I've also fitted up the GME, it's tucked away in there. I was going to stick it up on top and then run another tag. That's there. Locker switch is going to hang around here till I find somewhere to put it, and that will just hang there. Probably end up mounting it to the outside of that and just have that full of gauge, have that full of switches. But yeah, not bad for 2 speakers. And that's also the head deck out of the ute, being that I put the new Polaris in the ute. So that's the stereo out of the ute, because it wasn't in bad condition. It was just, I don't really know why I bothered taking it out of the ute, I don't know, but that's it. In the locker switch is there, on, off. I'll move the fuel gauge up to there for the second tank, and now it doesn't want to work, so I'll chase that. But that's me for today and for this week's episode. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully hit 1,000 this year. We'll be at Clex in October with Pam 6s. Come find us, get some merch and some stickers, and we'll catch you on the next one. Yeah.